How many we've got here now? How many?
Some have gone.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know we have. But how many Coffin Dodgers we got in here today? What, maybe 25, 30? How many squads did we put out, Trev?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 squads, yeah, brilliant. I mean, the best, we had 2 years where we managed to get 54 people who shot as a Coffin Dodger through the year, you know. Now, that's quite impressive. I tell you, there ain't many groups of that size who sort of enjoy each other's company and enjoy the crack and want to come back and do it again, you know. I mean, I think it's most impressive. At the risk of repeating myself, because I usually do, you know, I mean...
Well, you did this one last year, don't you?
Pardon?
I see you did this one last year.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now look,
There ain't, I did say it last year, I remember it well, but you'll never see such a diverse range of people as we've got in here, all with one single common interest, you know, enjoying clay pigeon shooting. I'll guarantee there's people from all walks of life and everything here, different nationalities as well, you know, absolutely superb. But everybody, no matter where they come from, what they do, the one thing they have got is a sense of fun and utmost respect for the people whose company they're sharing. You know, it's absolutely brilliant. And this, I think, is what keeps us together as a group. You know, Trevor calls us a club, I don't. We are the Coffin Dodgers Association. Now, I don't know if there's anybody who's just joined us this year who hasn't been to this shoot before. But for the sake of history, I'll just tell you that the Coffin Dodgers Association started about 20 years ago with just a single group of people who used to come up here of a Wednesday, and half of them were physically or mentally challenged. And I was going to say, the one thing is that hasn't changed, you know. I mean, it was a diverse group, but and it still is, absolutely. Like I said, such a wide range of people all enjoying themselves. It's quite impressive. And I don't think there's anybody here who objects to being called a Coffin Dodger, you know. To me, it's a sign of respect, because I should have been buried years ago. Some people think so anyway.
We're working on it.
Yeah, I'm going to stay relatively brief, but I want to do the usual thank yous. And the usual thank yous are certainly going to be to the people who organised this club, organised the shoot. You know, lads like Shane. You know, I know he can't count. But that's all right. We've got that in hand. We've got that in hand, and because Gareth says in future they're going to need a degree in maths before they can set a shootout, and I fully understand the reason for that. But no, he does a cracking job. He understands what we want. He puts a good range of targets for all abilities. Absolutely superb. You know, all of them. Jonathan, Gareth, and I'm sure Ian has an input sometimes. You know, absolutely brilliant. I think we should give them a round of applause, because they're well worth it. Right, and of course there's the organisers of the place, you know, Sally and Eileen. Right, look after all the other things that are not necessarily associated with shooting, but they're absolutely essential for our well-being and for the well-being, you know, of the Hereford and Worcester shooting ground. You know, it's absolutely brilliant. I just, once again, I know I'm repeating myself, but they're well worth it. Give the girls a hand as well. Thank you, Eileen. There we are. Lovely. Right. I'd also like to say my usual thank you to our mate Keith here, right? Lord Brockhill of Hewell Grange, isn't it? Isn't Hewell Grange where they were dropping phones and other non-essentials into the prison across the road?
Yeah, you're droning on a bit.
Pardon? Yeah, okay. Anyway, Keith, thanks. for recording it for us. All right, it will go well. Now, another thing, lads. A sad thing about this time of year, there's only me, I'll bring it up, but it is a sad thing, that I've lost lots of good friends and relatives over this period, you know, and we've lost a couple of shooting mates as well, and I'm sure all of you feel that, you know, a loss somewhere on the line. And if I could lift a glass and say, let's have a toast, it would be to absent friends. Absent friends, all right? Don't we wish there were certain people here, you know, who we can't get anymore? You know, it's just sad. But never mind, we remember them, you know, especially our old mate Alan. All right? I ain't going to wander on anymore. I'm just going to get on with getting some prizes because we've got some cracking results today. Absolutely cracking. And I'm going to start with a medal for someone who's come all the way from London, right? He's a Darliston lad, but I don't hold that against him, right? Andy Peach here. Now, you'll all say it's a fiddle, but it isn't, right? He's won it fair and square, but I can only judge it on the people who are in this room, because I've got to give the medal to the person who had the lowest score today. And that is our St Jude's medal. You all know St Jude is the patron saint of the Coffin Dodgers. Also the patron saint of lost causes. Okay? Now, instead of calling out for help from St Jude, I always call out bugger. But it's only because I don't want to utter the saint's name and upset the saint. All right, but I am calling on the help of St Jude to find another target. So St Jude is a great token for our association. And Andy, I want you to come up and collect an award.
He just wants a lift down, mate, that's all.
He needs a photograph of us with you hold your medal, right? Right. The St Jude's Award, I would say, has never ever been won by the same person twice, which tells me St Jude is doing a cracking job, because everyone improves after getting that medal. Yes. Absolutely. Well done, Andy. Well done. Okay. The highest visitor, the highest scored visitor, and that is Julian. Julian, you've done it again. Yeah. Hang on. You got that there. And we got a handshake as well. How about that? Right, brilliant. Well done, Julian. Thank you. If you'd have put a couple of extra shoots in this year, you'd have been in the full squad. But then again, you might not have got the medal. No. But then again, you might have done. Not that particular one, because you put a good score in today. Trevor, would you believe, has won the Veterans Award.
Trevor's idle.
No, he hasn't. He's
legged it.
Doing up to his name now.
yeah.
Go on, Trev. All home.
There you are, Trev. Trev, hang on. You got the medal. Right. That's the highest scoring veteran, okay, who wasn't in the frame for the award that we keep for someone who we think has done something outstanding on the year. Goes to Howard Davis. Right, how are you going to get past that? My life, how are we going to get him past this?
Go and take it.
Hang on.
Walk on the table, Howard. Walk on the table.
Right. Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. Howard, well done. Another one, a very, very good improved shot. To me, those are the important ones, you know, because that's another thing we enjoy quietly. Getting on, getting a better score than the previous week. And brilliant.
Thank you, Len.
Well done.
Okay, great.
Although I would probably not agree. But third place on the handicap, which once again shows someone who's improved better than their normal shooting. Duncan. Duncan. Now, Duncan's a bloke who 3 months ago, he was so peed off that, you know, he felt every stand he went in was a total loss. I've never seen such a downbeaten bloke in my life. But look at him now. Look at him now, grinning. That's brilliant. That's what we come here for, isn't it? Hang on. That's what we come here for. Duncan? Well done.
Thank you then.
Well earned. Well shot. Brilliant. Well done. Right. The runner-up on the handicap. Once again, well deserved. Is Peter. How he's going to get round here, I do not know.
You walk under the table.
Hang on. He hasn't got to stand up to go under the table.
Walk under the table.
Don't let him out, we'll keep him there forever.
Look at that. You never even bent there.
Yeah, I know that. He limboed under there. Yeah, he limboed under there.
Yeah, it was a bit high, that
was.
Did he crawl and walk?
That's yours. Thank you. Right. That's a handshake
That's the
that
one,
goes with
that's
it.
the one.
Right. Brilliant. He insists on a picture. Right. Now, straight up, you've put some cracking scores in this last few weeks, haven't you? I'll put it down to you changing your gun earlier on in the year, mate.
That was a year ago.
But well done. That's absolutely cracking.
Well done, Peter.
You've got Nigel down for winning the handicap. My life. Good. Bloody hell. Come on. Nigel. Absolutely brilliant.
How do you do this?
No, that's absolutely brilliant, mate. Excuse my bit of pee taking. It's about time, really, because you have popped some good ones in, haven't you?
Yeah, occasionally.
No, absolutely brilliant. Hang on to that.
Thank you.
Right. We've got to do it how he
Oh,
says.
right.
Nigel, well done. This is the guy who shot better than his average and exceeded everybody else today, you know. That's absolutely superb. I love it. Thank you. Right. Now, this is a good one. Would you believe I'm going to award myself the bronze medal for high gun. Absolutely brilliant. Now, let me just explain. In actual fact, it was a tie, but on handicap, Fee beat me. Fee, you get the silver medal. Well done. Come on.
It joints, you see, like that. But because you bribed me better than
Thank you, sir.
there you go.
That-
if you have a
That
look.
one's not. Oh, that's the silver one.
Whichever one.
Now this is the silver.
Oh,
Hang on, he's
Hang
giving
on.
the wrong one. He's got it
we'll
well.
get there. Okay.
I've got a picture.
Rom tiddly om tom 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 tom.
Send it
One more.
along.
Okay.
Please don't forget to buy all of your shooting products from Shooter King.
Oh dear. Right, hang on. Now, scratch winner. The one that counts. Bloody hell. I tell you what, the person who's won this today absolutely deserves it. He's shot out of his skin this year. He's given us all shooting lessons. Bob, come and collect, man. You've earned it. Yeah.
Got the right bloke.
I have got the right block, mate.
the right
And
block.
I've never seen anyone who deserved it as much.
Thank you very much.
You know. Right, can I just say, he's had a tough year, I know, right? But bloody hell, his shooting has been out of this world. He's shot himself out of his skin. You know, I mean, Bob, I don't know how you do it, mate, you know, because you've had some problems, but you've
Trying
bloody
to shoot
super.
him over there, that's what's got me.
Yeah,
going
I'll
now.
blame you. Yeah. Okay.
So you just hope they don't put me with you.
No, well done, mate. Absolutely. Top gun, Coffin Dodgers. Brilliant. Oh, no. Sorry.
This took precedence.
Yeah,
There you
sorry.
go. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Right, I think we've about done. I know that Trevor now is now going to make a few ad hoc remarks and take the pee out the rest of us while he's got chance. Right, so we'll leave it. Now I know he's on a very sombre and well-meaning exercise now. Peter, Trevor.
No, it's appropriate now that we mention somebody that's not here with us. Alan Painting, many of us know him, but quite a few of you didn't meet him. He was a really good bloke to shoot with. We thought a great deal of him, and he loved this club, and he loved his Wednesday mornings down here. He was always first here in the morning, stood in the car park, broad grin on his face, big handshake, and he absolutely loved every part of it. And I remember shooting the far stand right down at the bottom there, and it was Alan's last stand of the morning, it was our last stand of the morning, and there was 3 pairs. There was a difficult-ish quartering crosser, and there's a target that stood there about the size of a dinner plate. 3 pairs, and he needed all 3 pairs to get his 60 over 60 badge. He fired at the first target, smattered it, that was a hard one. The other one came in, sat there, fired at it and missed it. And he did that, exactly that, with the following 2 pairs. So he missed out his 60 over 60 badge. And he said, he was a sitter. You only had to hit those 3 to get your 60 over 60 badge. And he did his black country accent. He just smiled it. Oh, I don't know. And that was it. That was the last time Alan shot a sporting round down here. We heard the sad news a few days later that he passed away over the weekend. And it was very, very hard to accept not seeing him there in the morning when we arrived. But he did have a place shooting with his usual squad. He was on the card and he didn't miss a single target that morning. And he's recorded on the spreadsheets that you see that he scored the perfect 75 over 75. And his family asked if they could attend the Christmas shoot so they could scatter his ashes because they felt that he loved this place and it'd be a really good, appropriate thing to do. So they came up, and that day there were tears and there was laughter there, and they went and they scattered the ashes afterwards. And Alan's brother accepted the 60 over 60 badge on Alan's behalf. And we instigated this cup. And it's not a matter of something that you win. There are 2 people that will hold this during the following year. It's been Rose and Eric that have looked after it this particular year. But you don't win it. You basically come close-ish to a couple of his scores. So people that shot today, the person that shot today, and came reasonably close to his last full annual total, and the person that came reasonably close to his handicap score, his last handicap score, will hold this trophy for 6 months. And initially, the first 6 months, I think Chris Monk, if he could look after this, please. And I'm got my fingers crossed here, folks, and I think we all have. Second to hold it, and I'm very, very conscious that the nights are drawing in. I'm hoping he doesn't give a a thank you speech. Ian.
Go for it.
Hold on, mate.
You all right?
There you go. 180.
You all right?
You first, mate.
Yeah.
Yours for the
Bring
first
that
6
first
months.
of July, isn't
Yeah. Pass it on then.
Yeah, thank you, keeper.
And
Honoured.
yeah, we've got another trophy that we introduced. We're thinking about a little bit of time. It's only me and Len at the moment that are aware of it. It's in the form of a shield. I think that's your bill on the floor. There you go. We've most of us been aware of the 60 over 60 cloth badge. This is the 70 over 70 shield. So it's one that is really worthwhile trying to go for. And in the past, yes, I know, there have been several of us that have hit over 70 targets down here out of the 75. This one already got one name on it, and he's not here today, and that's Bob Warder.
Yeah.
So when he does turn up, we'll pass this 70 over 70 shield on to him, and he will retain it until Bob Jordan, possibly next week, will take it out of his possession, followed closely by Len, I would have thought. So basically, that's that particular one there. So that's all I have to say, folks.
Well done, Joe.
Christmas then. Happy Christmas, Trevor.
Well,
I'll shake your hand.
all I'm saying is,
Always very serious, this.
last year he gave me a wonderful present. It really was. It's been treasured.
Yeah.
It's been. I can't say I've found much of a use for it yet, but I'm working at it. It was a Browning repair kit. And I have to say, a fine gesture. You know, I walk around with a magnet now, right? And you'll be amazed at the number of bits of Brownings I pick up. I aspire to collecting enough parts to make a free gun one of these days. Or, unfortunately, you don't pick up broken stocks, but never mind. That's the way it goes. So, have we got to do a speed unwrapping, have we?
A speed unwrapping, the both of you. I'm going to retire into the wilderness.
Is he going to retire to a safe distance?
Well, that's a classic act, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah. We'll get there eventually, though, don't worry.
Smeared on the boxes, lads.
Oh my God, we're
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
See the Greeley firing pin removal kit?
hey, and I've got one for a Beretta. Brilliant.
Complete with chocolate spanner hammer screw.
Thank you very much, Ian. Yeah, very, very practical. As usual, superb and very much appreciated.
Thank you so much for the work you lads put in over the year. It is appreciated. Gentlemen.
Before I step down, I just want to offer the apologies of Bob Grice. He's had to go, and I see Sue's had to flee as well because she has got an appointment this afternoon. But shame about Bob Grice is he's got a terrible problem walking these days, you know, and it's a shame because it's stopping him shooting. I wish we could sort of perhaps get something to help him around, that's the thing. But never mind.
He's one of our oldest members, and
Yeah.
he came up today deliberately to bring up food for you all.
Yeah.
And he's unable to stay.
And one of the nicest blokes amongst
Yeah,
them.
indeed. And there are a few people that I know here that do keep in touch with him, and he really is grateful for that. And that's, I think, shows what our group, Dodgers, is about basically. It's not just going out of there and, you know, winning the cup. shooting tradesmen coming first every time, and you know, damn anybody else basically.
No, it's, as I say, he left his apology, he says, just please offer my apologies to everyone, I've got to go, you know. But he came down, as Trevor said, just to bring us something, you know, absolutely brilliant. I just hope he gets better anyway. Right. Well, did you need Sally as well?
Yeah. Are they coming in?
Hello.
Oh, Elaine, you stay there.
Stay there or you're dead, okay? Line up on that one.
Are they coming in? I think here.
In?
Gareth?
Thank you very much, sweetheart.
Thank you for everything you've done. You can have your picture too.
Yeah, turn around. Oh, yes, look at this. Slap and get out. Have him,
There. We'd like to thank you for all what you've done. The use of your club room. We'd like to give you a little.
and taking our money off us every
And
week.
taking out-
And raising the yearly membership fee. We know what you're doing.
It's not as tall as you.
You're tall enough to get us.
Thank you very much.
That's the shooting you done last year, of course. You haven't flunked it.
Is your son here,
Put it
Gareth?
on eBay, haven't you? It's the same one. I said, you like it?
I wanted to give it to you to give to him. That'd be the best, wouldn't it? Give it to him to give together. We've got one for Gareth as well, and he's not here at the moment. So we're going to give it to his father.
Give it a shine, he's got more chance of having it.
Well, we think it's his father.
Give him
Forget
our
it.
very much appreciation.
Thank you very much. Nobody's called you up.
He's tried phoning me down somewhere.
You've got it, that's it.
Well, while you're here,
While you're here.
while you're here, young again.
More miserable each year.
For all your help. Every day, every Wednesday.
Go on. Do I make you look short if I stand up?
You want a slap? Take that off him, Robert.
Smack your elbow then.
Have you seen Robert?
Sure, it's my elbow.
But you've got
Thank you very much, guys.
Well,
Thank
For
you.
your help as well. Sean, you
Flash.
don't want to get dazzled. Sit.
Anybody seen Sally?
Sally.
Sally.
Where's Sally?
Right about Halloween's more. Got it. It's a different
Len,
Len,
for all your help as well. Thank you.
what have you done? Get reading. Well, we think you do a great deal for the club. You get the medal.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. I knew when they come to me and said, have you got 20 quid, don't need me for something. Well done, thank you very
You don't
much.
fucking enjoy that. You couldn't tell me.
Okay, I will.
Autograph?
Photograph, okay.
Stay there.
Sally's here, well, Sally's here.
Right.
Sally's here.
Sally's
Where you been hiding under the chair?
No,
Sally,
I don't like it.
thank you very much for everything, my darling.
You like it or not?
Thank
Can I have two?
you. You can.
Thank you.
Really, children?
Thank you very much. And thank you for my birthday card last week. Much appreciated.
Now, you're not going to believe this one.
Oh, yeah.
Keith,
Oh, Queen, you'll take your photograph,
Oh,
mate.
one of these lots, I suppose.
We'd like to thank you on behalf of the rest of the association for all the work you do and all the work you do on the web for us.
Who's going to take your photo?
Just down your neck, yeah. Don't drink it all at
Where's the
once.
camera, Keith?
Turn round, have your photograph taken.
No, you're getting on the
All ready to go, just got to point it.
Aye. Pointed.
Right, hold on, point it out yourself.
Yeah, that'll
From
do.
that camera, Lynn. Too late.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Broke it down.
There's just one more left now. You're not going to believe this because I'm going to get a dirty look now. Trevor.
That surprised look on his face.
Come on, Trev, give it to me, son. The dirty look.
Get in there. For all your unofficial secretarial work, thanks very much. And your schooling. And your schooling.
Well done, Trevor. You didn't know that was coming, did you? Because we give you the guineas earlier on.
I drank it earlier on. Good guy.
Can I just add, you won't believe the way, that's how he's lost his hair. Looking after us lot, you know, I mean, you know, he sweats tears over, he sweats blood over his newsletter every week, and I hope you all pick it out and read it, because it's always funny, you know, it's always very humorous.
Contribution.
And, yeah, the contributors, like Eric, you know,
Particularly Eric.
particularly Eric, really